In this video, we're going to analyze the relationship between user model and rooms model based on our business requirements. As you know, in our Air Alien application, a user can either be a host who renting out their rooms or a guest who looking for a room to stay in a specific time. So naturally, as you might guess, we should have a room model for this. The question is, how can we differentiate these two scenarios? Let's start with a simple one first, in which a user is a host, so that user can have one or more rooms. We'll be talking about another scenario where a user is a guest in later step. Now, as you can see here, one user can have one or more rooms. That means in the room model, apart from its attribute, we should have the user ID field, which is a foreign key that's linked to the user ID of the user table. Now, if you're not familiar with this concept, let's think about this way. For example, we have three users here. So I got John, David, and Ben. Now here is a rooms table. So John has two rooms, one in New York and the other one in San Francisco. David has only one room in Melbourne, while Ben has no room at all. So how do we know which room belongs to whom? Here is why we need a user ID as a foreign keys in the room table. Now, as you can see, user ID here in the room table. So user ID 11 that link to one here, which is John. So we know John is the owner of these two rooms. All right. The same story. We got user ID 2. That means David is the owner of this room. So the modern room in Melbourne, and so on. Open your terminal and make sure you're in Air Alien folder. We're going to create our room model with a number of fields that we need to describe our room. So to do that, we're going to use the command Rails generate model and room. Okay, so now it's the first field, name home type string, room type string, integer, what else do you need? Okay, listing, let's say listing name string, summary text, address string. Okay, so now for is TV boolean. Alright, so boolean is yes or no. Now is kitchen boolean is a boolean is heating boolean as well. Is internet boolean. Okay, now for the price, let's say integer. Active boolean. Now to link to the user, we're going to say user references. Okay, so basically this is similar to what we've done so far, except the part of user references. Now, as you might guess, that means we'll link our room model to user model, and there will be user ID field in the room table, which is the foreign key associated to the user table. Now we need to run rec db migrate to migrate this change to the database. In our project folder, open app, models, and user.rb. Now here, we need to add has many rooms. Okay, because one user can have one or more rooms. So in this case, user play as a host role, right? So as a host, you can create one or more rooms. So that's why we say user model has many rooms. Next, open app model and room.rb. Now, as you can see, Rails just automatically creates the belongs to user first. Remember the command that we say user.reference, and that's part to this one first. Okay, now we need to add some validation on rooms field. It's very easy if you remember what we've done with the users. So I'm going to say validate. All right, so the first field, which is the home type, and we need to make sure it presents to be true. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with the other type as well. Okay, so home type, and next should be the room type, and this one for the accommodate. We also need to get the bedroom presents, bathroom, and what else do we need? Okay, listing name and the summary. Oh, also we need to make sure the address is present as well. So I'll just say address. Okay, so remember that we can set the length maximum. So I'm going to copy of these, and we just need to do that with listing name and maximum. Yeah, let's say 50. For summary, let's say 500. So for the address, it's up to you, but it's not necessary to limit the length in the address here. So I'll just leave it just like that. Now save it. Cool, super easy. That's it for this session. Now you know how to create a model and link to the others to build a simple relationship model. In the next one, we'll be working on the controller, and I'll see you then.